And there's some news tonight on the former First Minister Alex Salmond as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, it's been a day of twists and turns that we have been following here. So the latest that we have, that Alex Salmond was expected to appear at this Holyrood inquiry. And in the last few moments, we found out that he's not going. And there's been a legal wrangling over a lot of evidence that's been submitted. And Nicola Sturgeon's latest interview, she's refuted all the claims that have been made against her. And it's just the next chapter in this extraordinary tale of friends turned foes. Right at the heart of this inquiry is who knew what, when. That's when did Nicola Sturgeon know of the complaints against Alex Salmond and the circumstances in which she knew. In this latest submission, Scotland's former First Minister's words are damning. He's accused officials in the Scottish Government and the SNP of a malicious and concerted effort to damage his reputation, adding, even to the extent of having me imprisoned. Nicola Sturgeon challenged this in her latest interview.
What do you mean? He's making very serious claims about conspiracy or plots against him that are completely baseless. And I'm simply making the point that this is his opportunity. The burden of proof of this lies on him. So this is his opportunity to replace the assertion with evidence.
This is a new twist in an ongoing saga, but it continues to show that Nicola Sturgeon and Alex Salmond are completely at odds over what took place. After revelations that complaints had been made against Alex Salmond, Nicola Sturgeon told the Scottish Parliament in 2019 that she first heard about all of this from Alex himself on the 2nd of April 2018. But last year, in Alex Salmond's criminal trial, Mr Salmond's former Chief of Staff testified that he had in fact told Nicola Sturgeon of the complaints on March the 29th, 2018 at a meeting in the Scottish Parliament. That's around 4 days before. Soon afterwards, Nicola Sturgeon said she'd forgotten about the 29th of March meeting and confirmed it did take place, but described it as fleeting. The big question is, did Nicola Sturgeon mislead Parliament of when she knew of complaints about Mr Salmond? That would be a breach of the ministerial code. Her resignation would be expected. Alex Salmond said she did, Nicola Sturgeon said she didn't. Another issue is whether this was a meeting about government or SNP business. Why does that matter? A government meeting would have to be recorded and have minutes, an SNP one wouldn't. Nicola Sturgeon claims she thought the meeting with Mr Salmond at her home on the 2nd of April was to discuss SNP party business. She didn't take minutes. And she didn't tell government officials about the meeting until 2 months later. So was it SNP party business, as Miss Sturgeon first claimed? Well, we know the SNP Chief Executive, Peter Morrell, who is Miss Sturgeon's husband, just happened to come home, saw the meeting in progress, and he says the meeting could have been a Scottish Government matter. Mr Salmond said recently Miss Sturgeon's account of that meeting was wholly false. Miss Sturgeon insists she did not mislead Parliament. There's a lot of Miss Sturgeon said versus Mr Salmond said. But the outcome of this committee could have wide-reaching implications.
And I appreciate that people out there that are coming to this fresh might just think this is just, political geekery. I think what this has highlighted is the entwinement of the party of government, the party of power, the fact that we have a First Minister who's also married to the Chief Executive of the party, and the Lord Advocate is also a political appointee. So this has brought all of those things together. So it does matter for the way the country is governed.
Next week, it will be Nicola Sturgeon's chance to give her evidence.
Aisha Toll reporting there.